Hare Krishna devotees, today I will be speaking on the appearance of Lord Jagannath, from where Vishwavasu started his journey with Vidyapati. So our story picks up when Vishwavasu, a devotee of Lord Nilamadeva, set out on his journey with Vidyapati, a Brahmin sent by King Jagannath. The king heard that there was a hidden jewel in the forest by the name of Lord Nilamadeva, and he tasked Vidyapati with uncovering this deity. Vishwavasu, he was deeply protective of Lord Nilamadeva, and he agreed to take Vidyapati to see the deity, except his one condition was that Vidyapati, on the journey there, would be blindfolded to keep the path hidden. The Vidyapati, he was smart, so he filled his pocket with mustard seeds before they set off. And as they walked through the dense forest, Vidyapati, he secretly dropped the seeds along the way. After the long road, they reached a secluded cave, and Vishwavasu removed Vidyapati's blindfold. Before him stood a magnificent deity of Lord Nilamadeva, and it emanated the divine light. Vidyapati's heart was swollen with the devotion as he looked up at the Lord. He witnessed Vishwavasu perform simple worship, but it was very heartfelt, offering forest flowers, fresh waters, leaves, and the deity in all his splendor accepted these humble offerings. And it kind of reinforces the idea that the Lord is more pleased by genuine devotion rather than by opulence. And having fulfilled his mission, Vidyapati knew that he had to return back to the king. So when he went back, Vishwavasu realized that Vidyapati intended on sharing the secret with King Indradyumna. So he imprisoned him. Vishwavasu was torn from the inside, and he didn't want to lose the opportunity to do service to Lord Nilamadeva. But Vidyapati, through the help of Vishwavasu's daughter, Lalita, who had grown very affectionate towards him, managed to escape. And then, following the sprouted mustard plants, he retracked his steps through the forest and returned to King Indradyumna. When Vidyapati told King Indradyumna the story, King Indradyumna immediately organized a grand expedition to search for Lord Nilamadeva. However, when they reached the cave, the deity was no longer there. The king was devastated. His heart was filled with longing and the absence of the Lord, and he began to fast and prayed very intensely to get a vision of the deity. The Lord, moved by the king's sincerity, appeared to him in his dreams, and he said, "Don't be disheartened. Build a grand temple off the shore of Puri, and I will manifest in a unique form there, along with my companions, Lord Baldev and my sister Subhadra." Following the divine instructions, King Indradyumna began preparations to build the temple. While on the shores of Puri, a miraculous event took place. A massive sacred log of wood, glowing with divine energy, washed up onto the shore. This log was known as Daru Brahman, and it had the symbol of Vishnu, the conch, disc, club, and lotus. However, despite the efforts of the strong men, elephants, and horses, the log could not be moved. In his dream, the Lord revealed that only a pure devotee who had never eaten before, offering food to others, could move the log. Such a pure devotee was discovered in an old man named Vishwakarma. who was in fact the divine architect of the demigods. With his touch, the log became lighter and lighter, and soon as light as a feather, and preparations for carving the deities began. From the Daru Brahman. Vishwakarma, in the disguise of an old sculptor, proposed a condition. He would carve the deities behind closed doors, and no one should disturb him until his work was complete. The king agreed, and the days passed as no sound came. The king grew anxious, and he and his wife, his wife persuaded the king to go open the doors, and when they did, they found the deities of Lord Jagannath, Baldev, and Subhadra, but their forms were unfinished, large rounded eyes, no hands, no feet, and the appearance that it defied traditional iconology. And Vishwakarma was nowhere to be found, and it became clear that this was the Lord's will, and he had chosen to manifest himself in this way. And the appearance of Lord Jagannath in this form carried it's very deep spiritual symbolism. His wide eyes represents his boundless compassion as he's looking everywhere, seeing all deities without blinking, and he's always attentive to his deities. And his unfinished form, it shows us that the Lord is beyond material conception and limitations. And thank you for listening. Hare Krishna. Please come to the Jagannath Yatra on March 1st at Steel Mill Avenue. Hare Krishna.